I get my Marmite flown in from the UK. I do. I'm a wanker. I want to talk to you today about the importance of language for tradies. It is important for you. I don't like Vegemite very much. I grew up on Marmite. Vegemite's all right. Prefer Marmite. I get it flown in to Australia from the UK. Do you know what really happens? I order it on eBay and it comes by airmail. Do you see what I did? Right, I dressed it up, didn't I, with a lot of wankery. I sound like James Bond. Oh, I get it flown in. Right, sounds a bit like James Bond, a bit fancy. Buy it on eBay and it comes by airmail in the post. It's much more normal. It's not very expensive, same as Vegemite. Right, the point's coming. So what language do you use to describe what your business does? We're not talking about a Marmite anymore, okay? Let's not get distracted. Right, what language do you use to describe what your trade business does or your building business does for the people who buy it from you, that service? What work do you do? Who do you do it for? What experience are they going to have when they buy from you guys? Well, when I quiz people in our strategy session, which of course is my sales call, right? You know that. What do you want your customers to think and say about you or your business? They usually answer with statements like this. We do good quality work, we communicate well, we're reliable, stuff like that. Right? And there's nothing wrong with saying those things. They're probably true. You probably say them. Like I say similar things to that, you know. I say I'm a good coach. My clients get results. My clients make more money and feel more confident. If you do the work, you get the results. Stuff like that. We all can say similar things, but they're not very inspiring, are they? They're I buy my Marmite on eBay. They're not I get my Marmite flown in. So my question to you this week is two-pronged. Why are you good? Why would your customers choose to do business with you, your business, specifically? Right, and that word's important. And then how can you explain that using better language than we do good work? Which doesn't really mean very much, does it? I'm going to spend most of the rest of this video on some examples to help you. Your job, of course, is to answer these questions for your business and think about how you can use better language than what we call motherhood statements. Those kind of not very meaningful, we do good work, we're tidy, stuff like that. Be more specific. But there's nothing wrong with the motherhood statements. Like I said, they're true. They're just not very meaningful. Everybody else says them too, so that doesn't tell anybody anything. They don't really explain anything. They don't give anybody any clear understanding of what happens if they engage your business. That's the problem with them. So, for we do good quality work, what could we say instead? Let's choose an example of a residential builder. I wrote this. We're very proud of our carpentry skills and we make sure that all the finishes are perfect. We take special care to make your new home beautiful. You see how that's specific and meaningful, right? And it's a bit vague and you would workshop that a bit more. When I'm talking to builders in particular, we might talk about those things. You might do it by comparison. You might compare the building work you do to Coral Homes and Metricon and the other sort of hierarchy of building companies. Let's try another. Let's be a construction electrician who does subcontract work to builders in the high-end residential market. We're experts in home automation and lighting, so we can help you all the way through the build to make sure your customer gets the best possible electrical and controls outcome. Almost a consultant on your team. We do our work with care. The electrical installations will be done properly, safely. There'll be no shoddy shortcuts. We use high quality components. It'll look great and it'll look expensive. We're also flexible and we're able to accommodate how your projects change, and we work well with all the other trades. How about that? And we sweep up to them after ourselves. They have to be believable. That's important too. Different messages for different audiences. If you're talking to a residential customer, you want to say different things than if you're talking to a builder or a commercial customer or a property manager. Here's another one. This is someone who does garden maintenance and yard work and landscape projects for property managers and strata managers, right? And for their landlord clients, of course. We're reliable and professional. We'll turn up when we said we would. We can handle key collection and tenants, so neither you nor your tenants will be left hanging around waiting for us. We'll keep your properties tidy and healthy. Our pricing's reasonable and our quotes are simple, so we'll make your job easy. You can get a quote, you can get it authorised by your landlord, and then leave it to us and know it's been taken care of. Again, right, it explains a bit. So the question, of course, is, well, yours. What do you do? Who do you do it for? Why are you good? And why is that good for them specifically? And then what language can you use? You know, go beyond we do good work, be specific. Like I said, it wasn't rocket science. It wasn't super complicated. So have a think. If you want help, talk to me. It makes it easier for them to choose you if you do this properly. It gives them context for your price. So when they're comparing your price to somebody else's price, if they do that, then they've got context. So it's a bit more meaningful and they can make a more informed decision about who to buy. So please do it. I've written a guide called the Why I'm Good Guide. So comment, tell me why I'm good or some other box like that and we'll get that to you. All right? Happy days.